first, I want to start by introducing Greg Lovelace from Port Tampa Bay. Greg Lovelace is Senior Director of Business Development for Port Tampa Bay. His responsibilities include new business development for the Port of Tampa with a focus of containerized cargo, RORO, and cruise businesses. He is also responsible for managing the port tariff and is involved with strategic planning. Mr. Lovelace began his career with Port Tampa Bay in March of 1996. He received a BS degree in Business Administration from the University of South Carolina and a Master's of Business Administration from the University of New Orleans. Prior to his employment with the Port Tampa Bay, he was employed for 10 years with Evergreen, one of the largest container shipping lines in the world. Greg serves on the executive committee of the Gulf Seaports Marine Terminal Conference, an association of U.S. Gulf ports authorized to discuss, fix, and regulate rates, and previously served as their chairman. Greg also served as past president of the CSCMP Central Florida Roundtable and remains active on the board. So Greg, why don't you go ahead and take it away and give the update.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate the kind introduction, and thank you and Jenny and Commissioner Starkey for putting this program together, including Port Tampa Bay. I'm going to attempt to share my screen here. I've got a few slides, and if you give me one moment here. Can you see that?
We can see it, Greg.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. So I know we're on a tight schedule here, and so I'm going to run through these pretty quickly, and hopefully it won't go too fast. And at the Q&A, we'll have some time to discuss if there's any questions. So I'm with Port Tampa Bay. I'm going to just give a quick overview of Port Tampa Bay, kind of our what makes up our core market, and really drill down into our container shipping sector, which is probably the line of business that affects most businesses in the region, and then talk a little bit about some of our expansion and new infrastructure. So our core market is basically, as you see on that map there, kind of the Central Florida area and the I-4 corridor. As Commissioner Starkey said, we are the largest port in the state of Florida by tons and also by land acres. We handle about 35 million tons of cargo a year. We're very diverse. You see the pictures across the top of the screen represent the different lines of business that we're in. So from energy, the gas that you put in your gas tank, to the jet fuel at the airport, cruise business, containers, etc. This also just highlights the core market again, which is basically the Tampa Bay I-4 corridor, as we call it. This region is really where cargo originates or cargo is destined to that moves through our port. It is the 10th largest economy if you were to take this Central Florida region in the U.S. Over 380 million square feet of distribution space within that area. This I won't dwell on too long. It's kind of a lot of information here, but basically what this shows is the trucking advantage for bringing let's say an inbound container into Tampa versus another port on the East Coast. You can get to access the Central Florida market much cheaper at lower costs than you can through other ports. So companies are saving money by coming directly into Tampa. This shows our container volume shipping, volume in containers. We measure containers in TEUs, which is 20-foot equivalent unit. And you can see going back to the year 2003, which is when we had our very first global container shipping line, we handled about 7,500 containers a year. And as you can see over the years, that's drastically increased. 2019 was really kind of our banner year when we started getting some trans-Pacific services coming in here. And you can see that the last couple of years here really has taken off. And this is really what drives that, the trans-Pacific service. These two maps show the different services coming in here. They all go through the Panama Canal, hitting China mostly, Korea, Taiwan, and then they have connections throughout Southeast Asia. All the shipping lines on the bottom of your screen, these are the biggest in the world. These guys are going all over the world. So besides Trans-Pacific, we also have trade with Latin America. Costa Rica. Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Maybe I think you're trying to move through the deck, but we only see the front. The
Oh,
first
sorry
slide.
about that. Oh, okay. Well, I'll continue to talk then. I mean, so Latin America, we have a service that goes directly to Costa Rica that recently added a second ship. So now we have weekly service with Costa Rica. We also have connections with Latin America and Mexico. We have 2 services a week from Mexico, and pretty soon we'll be announcing a new service with Guatemala and Honduras.